here with the legendary, notorious, amazing. What do you say? What I don't even know what words describe Summer.
Awesome, beautiful, skinny, popular.
There it is.
I'm just
All
kidding.
those things. It's, whatever.
It's whatever.
Yes, I actually don't even. What's your last name?
Shine.
Shine.
My name is
Literally,
Summer Shine.
Summer
That is my
Shine.
name. My name is Summer Shine. My son, who's out front, Moonshine.
Moonshine.
This is not a
That's
joke.
amazing. I shouldn't have.
He's intoxicating.
Okay, there it is. It's
True story.
a good spin, redemptive spin.
Yeah, it is, right?
So I just thought it was cool. I'm here to perform, but one of the things I really believe in is that anything great should serve a greater purpose, and just love hearing about what you guys do and what you've done. I've heard like on and off little snippets of stories and reasons behind Luna Juice Bar, but that I had no idea I was like walking into. I'm like, man, why don't we hear the story from the lady herself?
Yes.
So you can share anything from like your personal story to the people that your story has affected here. So
Sure.
yeah.
Well, it's all encompassing. Luna Juice and my personal story and the stories of everyone else are all just kind of part of the bigger picture. Like you said, I started Luna Juice. I had 6 months sober, so I'm an ex-crackhead. Love crack, but crack is also whack. Okay, so I had 6 months sober whenever I started Luna Juice, and I basically started it so that I'd have like this positive thing that I could focus on and do while I was in early recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked. It worked really well. And I thought it was going to be just this thing for me. I thought God was giving me a special gift. And what I realized about 18 months into this is that God was actually the gift was the opportunity to serve others through this.
Okay.
And so now I hire women who are in the early stages of recovery, not just women who are in the early stages of recovery, but mostly women who are in the early stages of recovery. And I've seen some really, really cool things happen as far as like their lives just being transformed. And I get to be a part of that. And that's the real gift, is that I get to see, I'm inspired by these women and just miracles every day.
Same.
Miracles!
Well, speaking of miracles, what are one of those miracle stories that you've encountered?
Yeah, so our general manager, her name is Jessica. She came to live at the sober house. My husband and I opened a couple of sober living houses 2 years ago this summer. And a year and a half ago, Jessica had 60 days sober, and she came to live at the sober house. And when she showed up, she didn't have custody of her daughter. She didn't have a car. She didn't have a lot of clothes. She was completely hopeless because her parents had been in addiction her whole life, and so she just thought this is what she was purposed for. She was supposed to be an addict her whole life. And she really broke the mold. She came to work for us at Luna Juice. She started off as just a kitchen employee, and she quickly proved that not only is she an asset to the company, she does this better than I do. Like, she is better at juicing and organizing and being like the hands and feet inside of this building. And she's also like the woman that sits down face to face with some of our other employees and says, I know you can do it, and I know you can because I did it.
Wow.
And so now she has custody of her daughter back. She's been sober for 18 months. She's got a car and a cool job. The coolest job, okay? So, anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
That's awesome. So, man, what would you say, like, even hearing you talk, I'm thinking literally to myself, I'm like, I have no excuses. Like, I don't have any excuses not to try something crazy, not to try something doable, not to try, any dream that comes to my mind. But specifically from you and your background, like, what would you say to people, to people like me or people like you or that have no idea of their potential, or have an idea, but are just scared.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the first thing I would say is that God is real, and your potential is nothing. Your potential is nothing without Him. But if you lean into Him, He takes the tiniest little piece of your story and turns it into something beautiful.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things to tell people is nobody sits on their deathbed and regrets the things they did. They sit on their deathbed and regret the things they didn't do. So jump out of the plane, start the business, help that person, sell all your stuff and go travel the world, whatever it is, that thing that's inside of you. You know what your passion is. People will say, I don't have a passion. That's malarkey.
I was hoping you would say it.
Well, I wasn't real sure.
Okay.
I wasn't, where's this thing going? You know what I mean? I like to drop the F-bomb, but I'm not going to do it here today.
Yeah, it's probably safe.
Yeah. I was going the safe route.
Okay, malarkey.
So.
Well, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to get a quick snippet, get a little behind the scenes behind Luna Juice Bar.
Yeah.
Because, I personally, it was easy for me to say yes to performing here, because I'm like, I knew there was a purpose behind it. Couldn't remember all the details, but I'm like, man, 100% would love to support anything like this, and wish you guys the best in the future.
Yeah, I feel super honored that you're here. I'm like, oh my God, I've been super fangirling for since you said yes. I was like, ran in the other room and told my husband, oh my God.
That's crazy.
So I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing your energy into this space. That's what this place is for, is to bring energy and power and God's love. You know, that's what we do here.
Cool.
So,
that's what we're gonna bring.
Thanks for being part of it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's dab or something.
Dab.
Oh yeah.
Signing out.